So if you're watching this, you guys have probably seen a lot of people shooting on these cameras recently. Using a Digicam like this has been one of my favorite ways to be capturing both photos and videos throughout the last couple of years. And as somebody who just can't stop making things and wants to constantly be taking tons of film photos and taking lots of videos without carrying around a huge camera or spending hundreds of dollars on film, I just haven't stopped keeping this camera on me. That being said, let me tell you why you need to be owning a Digicam. So first things first is that these little cameras are super duper small, lightweight, and compact. They're so cute. I usually keep mine inside of the little Canon PowerShot case. I'm also able to just put this into my purse or keep it in my pocket. It's kind of like a replacement of my iPhone camera, but instead I get a lot more of a stylized photo. I've taken it to Europe, I've taken it to London, Brazil, and even some of my favorite concerts ever. Number 2, they are so easy to use. So most of the time when you're using a point and shoot type of camera like this, you don't want to deal with having to change your aperture, your shutter speed, your ISO. Nobody has time for that. Especially if you're in the moment. You want to be able to capture everything that's happening in front of you without overcomplicating your settings. And that's why I also love using my Digicam. Now obviously the quality of these cameras are not the most amazing thing, but I like them so much more because of that. So my Digicam does have manual, but to be honest, I usually just shoot in auto. You just want to point the camera and actually take your picture. I think that shooting on a much lower quality camera like this really just gives your photos a very beautiful, nostalgic, and very unique touch. I'm kind of obsessed. I think that's why people are using them all the time for skate videos. You see people using these at parties. Whenever I use the flash on these cameras, it kind of feels like I took them on a disposable film camera. I feel like if you're somebody who goes out a lot and you carry around a little film camera, you should totally also try using a camera like this because one, it saves you a lot of money. You basically have unlimited photos and it still gives you that really cool grainy old school kind of look. I would just say that these are the perfect party cameras. I'm not kidding. All I do to make sure my camera is ready for me to shoot is 1, make sure you have an SD card inside, 2, make sure that your battery is actually charged, and that's it. 16 gigabytes might not sound like a lot, but honestly guys, because this resolution is not super duper high quality, you're gonna be able to still shoot a ton and still not run out of space on your card. 16 gigabytes on a lower quality camera like this really does take you a long way. Okay, now something that I love that is also so easy to do, for example, if you're on a night out and you just want to airdrop your photos very quickly to your friends, you gotta try this. If you have an iPhone 15, then you also know that these are now USB-C. All you have to do is have a USB-C card reader, which I will put right here. Take out the card from your camera and directly put it into the card reader, and then connect the SD card into the reader, and then you plug that into your phone, and then boom, you are ready to start either editing or even just sending photos to your friends. I've been seeing a lot of people do this on TikTok, and honestly, it's so cool. You'll probably be the coolest person at the party if you do this. And trust me, you will definitely be invited to the next Friendsgiving. Number 3 is that these cameras are so easy to find. Now, I actually kind of scored with this. I was going through my family's junk drawers and I was going through some random cables and tech stuff. I feel like every parent has one of those cabinets in their house, and I stumbled across this camera. This one is called the Canon PowerShot SD850IS, and I just haven't given it back. Found some old SD cards a few years ago, started playing with the camera, and totally fell in love with how this looks. If you have stuff laying around your house like old cameras, VHS tapes, things like that, you might actually be able to find a camera like this. That being said, before you guys try to go buy one, I totally recommend to just go dive into your family's junk drawers, and you might actually be able to find one too. Now, if you guys don't think you have one, don't worry, don't fret. They are so easy to find on either eBay or Amazon. You can even buy them on Depop, and I'm going to show you a couple of web pages here where you guys can buy your own Digicam. Don't worry, sometimes that could still be a little bit more on the expensive side. I get it. I don't like to spend a lot of money on gear unless I know I'm going to be using something a lot and if it could benefit me professionally. So if you're like that as well, you guys should just totally check out your local thrift shops. I swear, every time I go into a Goodwill or like a Salvation Army, go straight into the tech section and you guys will probably be able to find like a whole entire brand new camera like this, sometimes straight out of the box too. And if you find one at the thrift store, you're gonna find them for a whole lot cheaper than you would be finding them on Depop. And that leads me to my next thing, is that these cameras are just overall very affordable. Like I said, you guys could find a camera like this in a variety of different places, and if you end up finding one at the thrift store, sometimes even under $20. That's a really good deal. Or if you just go through your family's junk drawers, you probably could also find one for free. If you're somebody who carries around a disposable film camera, you probably like the grain, the colors, but one thing is you probably don't like hike the cost. Film is so expensive and it's only getting more and more expensive, which makes it harder to actually shoot. The specs aren't super great, but then again, neither are those disposable film cameras. And you also just get the flexibility to edit them however you want. Number 5 is that these are just tons and tons of fun and they just look so cool. That's why I love this thing so much, and that's why I'm making this video. It feels like a disposable film camera, but you save money and you can actually edit these. You can also shoot video. It's just a win-win. That being said, also, it's not all about carrying the most expensive and highest quality camera. It's not about carrying a chunky lens to be able to give you more flexibility. Sometimes you just want to live in the moment and be able to take a picture and not have to worry about it. With a camera like this, it doesn't take you away from the moment that you're trying to experience. You still have fun without overcomplicating things, and overall just really not taking the things that you shoot too seriously, which to me is super duper important. And that's it, guys. Everyone deserves to have one of these in their bag. And if you're still watching this and you don't have one, well, you've came to the right place. We're actually gonna be giving one of these away. If you want a chance to win one of these, let me know what you guys think about the video in the comments below. What kind of stuff would you guys want to shoot with this camera? Make sure to be subscribed, like this video. We'll be announcing the winners in the comments to one of our future videos. We'll reach out to the winner and find out your information so that we could send one of them to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!